Hi. Welcome back.
Here we are.
It's been a week. A lot of... how the fuck do you open these things?
Let's figure it out together.
This is Two Dudes Drinking Beer. My name is Josh.
I'm Alec.
And this is the only podcast where you can see two dudes be stumped by a fucking glass bottle.
A podcast where it's two dudes just drinking beer, talking about nothing, and it's not scripted. So grab a beer and hang out.
Today we're drinking a Norwegian beer called Grolsch.
Oh, I think I got it. If we just push on these, it should kind of... Yep. I did it the wrong way, but yeah.
Woo! It's in the same kind of bottle that is like...
That is sexy.
Fucking like San Pellegrino type shit. And you can seal it again.
For that fresh... For that fresh,
so you don't get
taste.
So you don't get date raped.
This is a nice bottle,
well,
dude.
I mean, we don't know what it tastes like. It's a Pilsner. It's 5%.
Oh, fuck yeah. I'm reusing this bottle.
You totally can.
I totally will.
You can put like your...
This is not something you throw away.
Your craft like drinks in.
Dude, I use it for water. Honestly, this is a
root beer.
Root beer. You ever like drink a bottle of root beer in a restaurant feeling like an adult being like...
Yeah, that's all I did as a kid.
Same.
So we've been gone for a week.
Mm-hmm. Cheers, bitch.
If you didn't see the... It's good. It tastes like a regular ass...
I'm a fan.
Bud Light. It's good.
Super light.
If you didn't see the PSA I put out, it's only a minute long. What are you doing?
Seriously, dog.
Are you even a fan?
You watch 20 minutes of our podcast and next it up, but you won't watch 1 minute of a PSA?
That was actually probably a lot more funny. It was probably funnier than our actual content.
It's a lot more to the point, too.
Yeah, very direct.
Yeah.
Easy to digest. Hey, man, I'm just excited to be back.
Me too. My phone's about to die, and I have all my notes written on there.
Jesus fucking Christ, man.
Yeah. I'm not prepared.
What? How? Send them to me real quick.
Okay. If you insist.
Because that way, you know...
You have an iPhone, right?
I'm responsible, yes.
Check it out, 1%. 1%.
Well, hop on it. Are you going to airdrop them?
Can I airdrop notes?
I don't know. I don't know how this shit works.
So don't read all of them. Oh my God. Because 2 of those were prototypes I was still mulling over.
That's fine. I'll just leave it here.
Okay.
You know my password. Super easy to digest. Here, I'll even do it for you.
I think I know it.
Okay. I'll wait for I actually get the notes, and then I'll show you it. So we've been gone for a week. The reason is I didn't get. Someone at my work got coronavirus, and I got tested and came back negative. And so I am essentially taking a 2-week, 1 week paid vacation, 1 week unpaid vacation, so I can self-isolate.
And me being the biggity bitch I am, when I was told that information, I figured it'd be best if we all just kind of took a week to decompress and make sure we're all good and healthy. And as you can see, I didn't stay healthy from the sun.
Yeah, so where'd you get sunburned? How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. I went to my family's up into Tehachapi, and I saw Ashley, Dane, Rachel, Jenna, Raul, Eric, Ted, Jesse, Steven.
Hello, Steven.
And Murph. And I basically saw the whole family. And
Again.
And
was there a special occasion or just cause?
So last week, you guys know I went up for Father's Day, but I went up again this week because Ashley and Rachel were going up, and they live in Arizona, and I don't get to see them very often. So anytime I get the opportunity, I try and capitalize on that.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So basically, we hung out, and we got there late one night, and we kicked it, drank some beer. I slept on the chair.
Nice.
The reclining chair. And I actually woke up before everybody at 6 in the morning.
That's a first.
I went to bed later than everyone at 12:30. But
no sleep gang.
No sleep gang. And then woke up mid-breakfast. And then we went to the dog park and the lake and all that. And kind of.
You should have left to go get breakfast without just by yourself, and then came back and be like,
"You guys weren't awake.
You guys, fuck you guys."
Yeah, maybe next time. I don't know. I was pretty hungry. I don't have my car though. Eric drove.
You
like
can
I
walk.
said.
Get an Uber.
I don't know, man. If you've seen that mountain.
Yeah,
it's a fucking trek.
It's rough. It's a rough mountain.
But yeah, I guess it's definitely a possibility. I've learned you can't wait on people. You just got to go seize the day, seize the moment.
Carpe diem.
Yeah, carping them DMs.
Dead Poet Society.
How was your weekend? Sorry, it just chose the worst time while you're.
My weekend was great, actually. We went to a concert, and it was super exciting because it's something to do with all my friends. But not even all my friends went because, they had plans and they didn't tell us about these plans.
I had family to see.
It's truly unfortunate that
I'm sad.
You didn't get to see one of my now favorite comedians, Trevor Wallace.
You said he wasn't funny.
Raul said he wasn't funny. I said he was fucking hilarious.
I think he's a funny ass dude.
And his stand-up is even better than his videos.
I bet.
He's
that doesn't surprise me.
Really funny because he's because he's super local. He makes it super local.
Yeah, man, and
that's fucking funny.
That's what I said about Kyle too. Like they're both artists from our area.
Yeah, so I went to a concert specifically for grads for the 2020 graduating class in Ventura, and it was like a drive-in. Nice. It was a drive-in concert. It's called Concert in Your Car. And saw Super Duper Kyle and Trevor Wallace. And if you don't know who Kyle is... Was there anyone
else aside from Kyle?
It's Trevor Wallace. And Kyle's DJ.
Nice.
Did like a little... whatever the fuck he does.
A little warm-up.
Yeah. Kyle is from Ventura. He's super local. He has a new album coming out July 17th.
The plug for Kyle. What up?
And I don't know what Trevor's doing. He just released a video today or yesterday. Super funny. It's about dudes who put their Instagram handles on their cars.
Nice. I love him, man. He's, like you said, it's not only super local, but it's also like, it's almost always like...
It's relatable shit.
Is it rhetoric? Oh, satire. It's satirical. It's always like, this is what's going on in the world, and this is why it's fucking stupid.
Yeah. So, a couple podcasts ago, we were talking about when people say, like, it's like when they say they're in, like, an argument or something, they say, that's a valid point, right? You remember that?
That's a valid point.
And I was saying, like, no, that's wrong, because in a logic standpoint, validity is just a measurement of...
Oh, yeah, we had to do research and shit.
Yeah, I did my research today.
I did not. Let's go.
Well, you didn't have to because you didn't take the class.
Oh, fair enough.
So I had...
The one benefit of skipping a college course
I had the explanation. So I wrote it down.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
And it was kind of fucking confusing because, one, that class... Logic is hard as shit as a class.
Mm-hmm.
And then again, taking the symbolic logic version, yes, I'm lost.
Symbolism. That's why everyone's so retarded right now with it, because they try to take those classes and they think they know it.
And they don't.
And they don't.
Shit's hard.
And they're like, I took this class where A can equal D if you say, I'm Chili Pepper Graham. And everyone's like,
yes.
What? And you're like, no, logically that makes
Valid.
sense because you can't get to Chili Pepper Graham if Chili Pepper Graham is C and you start on A, then you have to go to B. So at some point, you become a Chili Pepper Graham at B.
Yes, kinda. That's essentially what the class is.
Everyone just turned off the podcast right now.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So there's two types of arguments. There's deductive and inductive arguments.
Mm-hmm.
Deductive claims. You have your premise, and if it's a true premise, the conclusion follows with absolute certainty. With an inductive argument, it's more probability chance. And so validity only applies to deductive arguments. If it's an inductive argument, there's no sense of validity. It's a different word. It's called cogency.
So in layman's terms, big facts maybe, and big facts, it's a no for me, dog.
No. I took a picture of the slide.
Like you said, that shit is hard to understand.
To make it a lot easier.
Oh, is this from your actual class?
Yeah, I still have access to the class page, even though I took it 2 semesters ago.
Mm-hmm.
I took it last fall. spring.
Oh, so this is literally denoting what is a true statement and what is a valid statement.
Yes.
So you can have a valid statement without it being true.
Yes.
Interesting.
So validity is not something you can say like this is valid. It's like, well, no, you have to actually
Just because
test
something
it.
is valid doesn't mean it is to be respected and followed through.
Essentially.
Like if you said
Logic.
Like if you said, I want to cut my right foot off so I can feel like a pirate, I could say that's valid because I could see how having one foot and a peg leg would make you feel more like a pirate. But you wouldn't absolutely, with absolute certainty, feel like a pirate if you cut your leg off.
Well, that's more of an inductive argument because if it's a deductive argument, you're saying that every single pirate has only one leg.
And this is why nobody likes fucking college.
This is why nobody likes logic, except for philosophy teachers. Shit's
And
rough.
Mac users.
That's a different kind of logic.
I know.
So basically, if you hear someone say that's a valid point, or like that's like non-valid, they're 99% incorrect, and call them out on it because they don't know what they're talking about.
Are they incorrect because
They're using a word wrong
mm-hmm.
in the sense of an argument.
In the sense of saying it's valid, as in, I went to Burger King and got tortilla chips.
I actually like the way I wrote it better than
Yeah, go ahead because I'm still not getting
described
it, to be honest.
So the whole points of arguments are you have a claim and you need to back up that claim, correct? I am claiming that the moon
Is that the point of arguments?
the moon is made out of shut the fuck up. The moon is made out of cheese. Here's my evidence.
Got it.
You have a claim and you're staking that claim.
Because there's holes in it.
So with deductive arguments, they claim that if the premises are true, what the premises is just your main idea, or is true, then the conclusion follows with absolute certainty. Now, for it to be valid, it means that if the premise is true, the conclusion follows with absolute certainty. But the main difference between there's two sentences and it's a picture. I can put the picture on the screen in post so you can kind of follow what I'm saying. So
Feeling like a real fucking teacher now, aren't you?
Yeah. Teaching a subject
subject that none of us are qualified to talk about.
I barely passed. So if the premises are true, the conclusion follows with absolute certainty, and deductive arguments make the claim, valid arguments pull it off. So the validity of the argument makes the whole thing true. Without the if there's no validity,
Without the validity of an argument, there could be no valid claims.
they're just claims at that point.
Got it.
You need validity for it to be true. So otherwise you just have a claim.
So when someone says validate my feelings,
Make it true.
make it true. You hear that?
That's what that means.
Make it true. Make your feelings worth being heard.
Sure.
Huh. That actually is kind of poetic and shit. These things smack. I just saw
They're good.
They have a 5% alcohol.
Yeah, 5%.
And
This is their domestic shit.
yeah, Jesus. This is their Bud Light. Schmancy.
Like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Gross.
You can really drink.
Shut up.
We bought these from
Market Liquor.
Market Liquor from
I feel like
the
every
buffest
liquor store
lady I've ever
is
met.
called Market Liquor.
Well, it's because, I don't know, probably copyright ideas? I don't know. Speaking of that, let's segue into my first point.
Okay.
Copyright.
Copyright's fun.
I've made an album, and it may or may not infringe on copyright laws, but
How?
some samples might not be cleared.
Doesn't matter.
Basically,
It's fair
okay, so
use.
basically, I was talking to this YouTuber.
Did you edit them?
Yeah.
Then it's fair use.
At what point? Like, what's the amount that needs to be changed? I've heard 27%.
It doesn't matter as long as it's just not the original.
Really?
Yeah. As long as you make a substantial enough change that you can call it your own, then it's fair use.
Fuck yeah, dude. Then why do some hip hop and artists even today have to wait on like sample clearance. I know that's always a big thing.
Because nobody knows fucking copyright laws. And
Fair
it's
enough.
really easy to learn them getting into fucking YouTube.
Yeah.
That's a very quick way to learn these laws.
Well, you're gonna have to, right?
Yeah. It's more or less just guidelines than laws.
Anyway, I was talking to a YouTuber recently, and I just thought it was funny because you sit down with some people and they think they know everything, and
Side note, they don't.
they were talking about copyright laws, and it was just really interesting to see them sit around and be like, "Yo, do this, this, and this to avoid copyright laws." And I was like, you know, you either don't have to do that because you're not making money off of it. And the other person there, like, kind of shut me down and was like, well, it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. And I was like, but you don't need it in the first place. And they were, like, getting all, like, in-depth about colors and fonts and the way it's presented and how that makes it legal for them to use basically a copyrighted thing. And I was like, you could just post it and wait till you get sued because you're definitely not making enough money off of it to get sued over. Like, if I use the McDonald's logo, if I say the word McDonald's, here's case in point. We're drinking Grolsch Pilsner. I just said the word McDonald's. I've said Burger King. I've said Carl's. I've said all these names of places. I'm not getting sued over it. They don't see us as a big enough threat to tarnish their reputation. We're not making enough money for them to chase after us. It's like, if you've ever seen that villain, if you've ever seen like a movie about like finances and stocks, it's always just like opportunity cost. If you've ever been in a car crash, they're not going to go after the person without money. They're going to go after the person with
My neck
money.
hurts.
Yeah. It's just one of those things of like, you're nobody until you're somebody. And it's funny because in the YouTuber era we're in, everyone's a YouTuber, everyone's doing this, and everyone's worried about copyright, and everyone's worried about getting sued. And realistically, it's not even a real threat. We haven't been sued, and we've broken several laws. Not even copyright, but it's just funny to like.
I plead the fifth.
It's just funny to get into a conversation with somebody and they immediately start saying like, oh, I know this, I know that. And like, sure, it's probably true, but the reality is you'll never have to face that consequence.
It's because people are so entitled and they want to have those...
they want to have that risk?
They want to have their knowledge validated. Full circle.
Damn. There we go. All right.
Because otherwise it's just useless knowledge.
It's true. It's like I'll give you
Did you know that every year people in the whole world consume 100,000 tons of bubble gum?
That is useless knowledge.
This is useless knowledge that I have stored in a nugget of my brain.
Well, now we know.
Now we know. Now the people know how much bubble gum we go through.
All right.
It's a lot of latex.
That's valid. Mm-hmm. I like that. These bottles are dope. We have to save these, and we should like give them out to
Shoot them
people.
with guns.
Yeah, we could do that. I don't care what we do. Let's do something with them.
Gotta get a gun first.
We can, you know what we should do? We should fucking just get stickers, put our two dudes drinking beer stickers on them, and then redistribute them
That's
as water bottles.
That's copyright laws.
No, well, we'll give them for free. We're not making money off of it. We'll take off the stickers.
I don't know, man. That's a gray area.
A gay area?
Gray area.
Oh.
I was looking at your points, thinking they're my points, and I'm like, why the fuck did I write this?
Yeah, you should probably save my points for last so I can sort through those.
So then, well, I was just going back and forth.
For sure.
So I had an idea I've been kind of having like an identity crisis a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I grew out my neck beard. I just shaved my neck beard too.
Mm-hmm.
I like it now. I like it how it is. But like, do you like the person you've become?
Damn.
Like, are you happy with your true self as you are right now? And if not, would you go back and do anything differently without the same knowledge you have? Just start over.
Have you ever heard the song by Avril Lavigne?
Probably not.
I Want to Be Somebody Else.
No. I only listen to death metal, man. You know.
I heard that song by Avril Lavigne when I was a little boy, and basically, that started my identity crisis.
Okay. Well, are you happy with yourself?
So I heard the song. Yeah, I'll give you the Reader's Digest. I heard that song, and basically what I realized was if I was somebody else, I wouldn't be who I am. So the question I started asking myself is, what do I want? More money, different clothes, better social status? What do I want? And how do I get it? And if I had it, could I have it being me? Could I go out into the world and achieve this thing? And the question resonated with me to this day because I still do feel lost and like, oh man, if I could only start over or be someone else, like that'd be fucking dope. The fact is I can't. And the truth is, I don't want to be, because if I couldn't be who I am, then I wouldn't want to have more money or be more famous or this or that, because that's not who I am. And you got to learn your self-worth. So long story short is, it was, do I want to be somebody else? Yes, but how can I be that as myself?
So you don't want to redo.
Here's the thing though, like, and I'll be completely honest.
Well, I just asked you 2 questions.
I only heard one.
Do you like the man you've become?
Mm-hmm.
And if not, would you go back without your current knowledge and just redo it? Start over again?
I like the man I've become. And I think I told you this a few years ago that I'd need 10 years to figure that out. So I'm probably about 7 years left before I am chalked for a redo. But realistically, I like the man I am. I like who I am. I think I have good personality traits, and I think I have good character traits. There are things I wish I could redo, but it's things I don't have control over. So if I went to redo those things, I might not be here today with you drinking beer on a podcast. And to me, I've learned to justify that's definitely worth it, because at this moment I'm happy. I'm drinking beer and yeah, and I'm just hanging out with Josh. So for me, I'm happy with who I am and I don't want to change it. But I mean, there's so many avenues to that, you know, because even people who, like if I said I wish I was born in a rich family, born in a wealthy family, there's people who are born in a wealthy family who are like, well, shit, like, I wish I had to start over, but like realistically, they either have the money and they want to start over because they don't like who they are, or who knows, maybe they lost money and they want to start over because they don't know who they are. And I figured with myself, you just have to kind of, you know my saying I always say is like, this is the hand I was dealt.
Yeah.
So it's like, whatever you are, whoever you are, you were dealt the hands, and you could either fold or you could play. And I'm choosing to play.
Cool.
What about you? Since this is your identity crisis. Crisis?
I think that I'm in a good place. I'm only 23, 24 in 2 months. 3
Shit.
months. It's like 2.5.
It's almost our birthdays.
It's almost our birthdays. The same day.
Mm-hmm.
Like 2 days apart. I think I'm in a good place. I am happy with myself, but you know, there's always like days where you're not 100%,
Mm-hmm.
and that's okay. It's okay if you're not having a good day, you know. And if you're not having a good day, don't reach out to him. Reach out to me. I'll talk to you. He won't.
I mean,
True facts.
I might not be the best therapist.
But yeah, would I redo it? The only thing I would do over in a redo is like, so I like to imagine like the redo is like me now, approach me when like some of my earliest memories, like when at least like I can have a stable sense of memory throughout like, let's say like 7 years old. It'd be like,
so let me get this right. You're redoing your own life.
yeah,
Okay.
without like any current knowledge, but I
Sure.
like to imagine it's me and a ghostly figure, and it's like, hi, I'm you from the future. Go.
Do or do not do this.
I wouldn't even say that. I would just be like, because I'm not trying to give myself like, buy Google. No, it's like people always say,
Don't
like,
buy Bing.
yeah, it's like invest in this. No, it's just I wish myself like, hi, I'm you from the future. This is what I've become. And
Let your little self be terrified of what it sees and like change everything.
little me, do what you want with that. Okay, keep it. Do the same things over. Just be more confident.
Yeah, man, and
Don't be so anxious. It's okay.
yeah. Well, that's the thing too, right? Like those are the things you could tell yourself today.
Yeah, but will I actively try to fix them? No.
Do you think little you would?
Maybe. If I told little me 20 years ago, hey, talk to people, they won't hurt you. Yeah, I might listen to my stranger of a self. If someone came up to me as a kid and said, hi, I'm you from the future, I probably would not believe them. But I'm also a kid, so I'm not that fucking smart.
So it's not out of the realm.
But, you know, I was taught stranger danger.
Same.
So, you know.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's not what I imagined. What I imagined was like it's all fucking blank. But the thing is, if I could go back to the past and tell my past self something, I wouldn't. Because I like where I am. I've made the most of where I am. And if there's anything I could do to tell myself, hey, here's a shortcut, hey, here's this, hey, here's that, I would be cheating myself. And who knows what I've learned between there, what's made me could not be me anymore. And that's just as well as not being the same person from the start.
I would just like imagine big me talking to little me. It's like, hey, little me, I'm you from the future. Here's one vital piece of information. And just saying something fucking stupid like Baba Booey, and then just vanishing off into the fucking smoke. Just be like, fuck you, kid. Get wrecked.
What is one thing, look into the camera right now, what is one thing you would tell your past self?
Are you looking into the viewfinder or the actual lens?
The actual lens.
Don't be afraid of people.
Brush your teeth. That was real. That was...
Damn it. Can I change?
Yeah, change.
Nah. I mean, there
Damn it. That's what I wanted to say.
there was like a period of time where like...
Baba Booey.
In like middle school where I didn't brush my teeth or like take a shower for like weeks.
Yeah. Same. That's kind of a natural thing.
But like I didn't smell back then. Like
you didn't sweat enough as an adolescence.
No, I sweat just as much as I sweat now. But like I haven't started like just smelling until recently.
What?
So like I didn't shower yesterday. Like if I go a day without showering, I just smell like fucking butthole.
Have you ever thought that your past self couldn't talk to people because you smelled like shit all the time?
No. Fuck. Fuck. That's never crossed my mind.
Oh, man.
But now it has. But no, like
What I'm here for.
just like within like the past like 8 months or so, like if I skipped a day showering, like I would just smell like I would just have the regular day old BO smell.
3 weeks in, I'd only smell like a day old boy. Didn't shower.
But like what made it
And went to PE classes in middle school and changed in front of other boys.
funny enough, that's where I actually kind of was like self-aware, because back in the day when I had my shitty long hair in middle school, and me and my friends, like our hair just got super greasy, and we wore like our headsets when we were playing like
Greasy.
Call of Duty, and you'd see the fucking indent and like the headset.
Fucking dorks, dude.
Just fucking imprinted because our hair was so goddamn greasy it left a fucking mark. Was there
Marks
for
like
so
this.
was there for so long. Yes, it looked just like
That's bad. I hope y'all can see that because
they can 100%.
This is hilarious. I want you to know this is the funniest sunburn I've ever gotten.
Are you familiar with you are the website twitch.tv? The live streaming website?
Yeah, it's twitch.tv.
Yeah.
I thought I just go to twitch.com.
That's twitch.tv.
I'm on the wrong goddamn website. What's up?
I think twitch.com might just reroute you to twitch.tv, but it's twitch.tv.
I don't know. Can you just do twitch dot any? Could you just do dot anything like for a domain? It could be .gov, .ca, .tv, .com, .butthole.
I think you can't have a .gov unless you are. I think you need some documents to back that up.
What do you think, America?
Can you just register a .gov?
Can you just register .gov?
Does GoDaddy even do that?
Does GoDaddy do someone has to do it.
The government.
The government doesn't control the .gov.
One of the guys I work with at Target, I think he's actually leaving pretty soon, but he used to do IT for the Pentagon.
What up, Snowden?
Basically. No, he's only like 4 or 5 years older than me. Older than us, yeah.
Is that what you wanted to be when you grew up? You're like, hey, learn IT so you could do some shit with the Pentagon.
He's pretty cool.
Also, take a shower.
He's super cool.
Don't be afraid of people. Brush
He's
your teeth.
pretty tall. He skates to work. He's moving back to DC. It's a lot cheaper out there.
I don't know if it's cheaper, but like I just know DC is like crazy, right? It's like the laws are super strict with
DC's like kind of a shithole too.
Well, I don't know. I've heard such mixed things about it because I've also heard like
I've heard there's just a lot of poverty.
The cops are I heard it's like super diverse, right? It's like super rich congressmen and then super poor like poor people.
Yeah, super poor people.
Yeah,
woke.
That stay woke, my friends. Yes, I'm familiar with twitch.tv.com.eu. Go ahead.
So, I've been around Twitch since like 2014. Mm-hmm. So I've seen the website grow and change for a long time.
Small things get big.
Small things do get big, and they eventually get bought by Amazon for a couple.
And eventually Google buys
for a couple $1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
And then you made it, and you can retire at 25. That's the life. But so I've seen this website grow where exclusively was for video games, and you had to be playing video games. Now you can do whatever the fuck you want. For instance,
except masturbate. Can you masturbate?
Off camera.
What?
You just can't be seen or heard.
What?
But yeah, I mean, you could be live, go in the other room, rub one out, and come back.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a new fetish of mine. Log on to my twitch.tv.
They don't know what you're doing in the other room. That's just...
How many of you would watch this sunburned baby jerk off?
Point is, I came across this stream where this streamer was streaming themselves sleeping.
That's creepy.
I tried to record myself sleeping when I was a kid, and I couldn't fucking do it because I was afraid there were ghosts.
Also, what if you just recorded yourself sleeping as a kid, and then you saw your older self approach yourself sleeping, and it's like, hey, brush your teeth. And then it's just...
And that's why you brush your teeth every morning. Oh, God. But no, like, I came across this person just fucking sleeping. And there's people in the chat just hanging out, talking, having a good old jolly time. And first of all, like, one, it was a female streamer, too. So, like, what the fuck are you doing? Why am I there, too? First of all, what are we
Great question.
What are we all doing here, boys?
What do you want in life? Apparently, you want to restart and brush your teeth and shower more. Oh, that never gets old, y'all. Oh, man.
It's good beer.
It's good beer, but it's fun beer.
But
it's like champagne on every bite, every sip.
The point I'm trying to make is, at what point does a website that's originally built for live streaming video games draw a line at what kind of content it can have on this website. Because before, if you didn't stream
Advertisers.
Money. If you didn't stream any video games, you'd be banned.
Really?
They would remove you from the website.
Elitist.
And say, hey, if you're not doing video games, go somewhere else.
Because it's like a terms of service or something.
Yeah, it was the policy back in the day, in like 2014 to 2016.
Damn, so you've been on there for a while.
Then they got bought by Amazon.
Oh, really?
And then Amazon. Jeff Bezos. And then everything changed.
When the Fire Nation attacked.
Yes. And so now it's just like you got people just running it for like talk shows and just fucking walking through the street and just they have like a whole section. It's called Just Chatting, and it's just people interacting with their followings.
Do they have a Lost Connections page?
No, that's Craigslist only.
What a shame. I've got a few Lost Connections I'd like to...
People should post fucking pictures in their Lost Connections threads.
Of themselves?
I feel like that would help a lot. Yes, of themselves. If you take a picture of another person and you're trying to find them in Lost Connections...
You probably won't.
First of all, you won't, and that's creepy as fuck.
Yeah. I think people post in Lost Connections... because they're like
sad and alone,
shy.
That too.
So I don't think someone's gonna post a picture of themselves and be like, "Hey, I'm the guy who said the girl was cute at the In-N-Out, and find me." Like, imagine if I posted a picture of me right now, being like, "This is what I look like."
I think it would just help them out a lot better.
Also, but you're gambling also on the fact that someone else is looking for you.
Yeah, that person is on. Yeah, but sometimes so I saw like a tweet or an Instagram post or something where it's like you go on vacation, right, with your family or whatever, and you meet like this.
Nice.
You go on this vacation, you go like with your family or whatnot, and you're on like the beach or whatever, and you're interacting with like this other person, whether it be like a boy or a girl, and like you're hitting it off, you're making friends with this person, and it's like their family checks out like a day before yours, and you're like, well, never see you again. And back in the day when we're kids, like we don't have social media.
I feel like that's a little different. If you're hitting it off for 2 or 3 days on a family vacation, you should at least roll the dice and be like, maybe I get your number, and if you're ever in California, I'll drive to you. I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more. That's 1,000.
Copyright.
Just to be, yeah.
DMCA.
Right? We're sued.
But no, like back in the day when we were kids, like not everyone had a cell phone.
Yeah, well, back in the day when you were kids, your parents probably don't want you fucking shacking up with someone from Hawaii.
Granted, there were a few times where I was interacting with other people and, just generally having fun. And then I'd see them the next day.
Before you thought people were bad?
Before I thought people were bad. Yeah, before I started hating the world.
Worldly.
But, I mean, it's just like, it's one of those things, like, you never see that person again. Because you go to
that's why you're like, hey, baby.
You go to a
I'm
central
only in town for the night.
You go to a central hub.
A sensual hub.
A central.
Like a rose garden or a brewery, I'm assuming.
Like Hawaii with your family.
That's pretty sensual.
And then you see this person around because you're there for a weekend. Everyone's there for a weekend. And you see this person around.
Hi.
Whatever you think of them. And then you leave. You never see this person again. That is a lost connection.
Well, here's the thing, though, too.
Or a missed connection, rather.
The way Lost Connections, don't judge me, Internet. The way Lost Connections work on Craigslist, don't judge me, Internet. I feel you judging me. Is you put where you live, not where you've been.
Well, yeah, it's based on the local Craigslist.
So you're dicked, dude. If I was in Hawaii right now, and I left tomorrow, and I met this girl, or guy, and I was like, yo, you're cute. Let's fuck. And I went back to Ventura County. It'd be posted in Ventura County.
I know.
That I want to fuck.
So they need a global one. Craigslist, work on that. Or just popular tourist locations.
I guess.
Disneyland Paris, example. Or just Disneyland.
Like hotspots?
Yeah. A lot of fucking people go to Disneyland.
But I mean, that's essentially Tinder, right? Because it's like, you'd be...
Really, they have global Tinder.
You'd be surprised how many people will be like 1,000 miles away. And you even told me this story recently.
Well, that's just the other side of the U.S.
It's sure, but it's like 1,000 miles away. It's like, oh, it says I'm 1,000 miles away, but I'm in California right now.
I'm here for the week.
Visiting a friend. I've gotten at least a few of those.
Paula.
Okay, well,
That was her name. I
Sure.
unmatched with her because she didn't talk to me anymore.
all I'm saying is there's people out there who are like, maybe looking for a fling.
Yeah, I can't do that.
I'm not saying you are. I'm saying some people are, and if you don't at least ask for the number, you don't get those digits. It's probably not gonna happen in the first place.
I think the tweet or the post was like specifically referencing like when we were kids.
Well, that makes everything harder, right? Like I didn't have money as a kid, so it's like
You didn't go on vacations.
I couldn't. Well, yeah, but it's also like I couldn't go and buy food as a kid, like.
Yeah.
So like I couldn't just go hang out with friends, and like borrow money for like food.
So I had a thought the other day.
How was she?
THOUGHT.
What was it?
So you know how like we're ideally all in quarantine, whatnot. No one's working. Everything's closed.
Ideally.
You're just spilling yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Like I said, these beers smack. On
So
an empty stomach. This is my breakfast beer.
it's coronavirus season. We should all be in our homes and
SZN.
only leaving for essential purposes,
Like podcasts.
like podcasts and to drink beer with your friends.
Yeah.
But now everyone's kind of not seeing it as like a real thing, and it's politicized. But regardless, gyms are just now reopening, really. And so I was thinking, like, what if? Have you seen the movie WALL-E?
Wow.
You know, everyone's fat
Yep.
and destroyed the earth.
Yep.
I feel like that, like the plot of WALL-E is happening in real life.
Like it's just a.
Everyone's staying at home, getting fat, and the earth is
stage.
getting fucking destroyed.
The earth is healing with everyone at home.
Yeah, but people are starting to go back and it's getting ruined. There's fires in Siberia right now.
There's fires in Simi Valley right now. What are you talking about? Fucking.
Siberia is literally covered in ice and it's on fire.
You mean Serbia?
Siberia.
I don't know what that is. Sounds like a good boy's name, though.
I gotta pull out the fucking map to show you basic geography.
I know where Serbia is. It's right here.
Siberia.
Hopefully we post-produce that.
I am not going to.
Make me look good. It's just a picture of Siberia. It's right here. What's the issue?
God, why is this so fucking difficult to find
AT&T and Verizon know that you're plotting against Serbians to set their world on fire.
Siberia's already on fire.
Did the Fire Nation attack?
Probably.
Damn. Yo, shout out to Avatar being on Netflix. I haven't watched it yet, but I know that I've seen the Avatar series 3 or 4 times over now. I'll watch it again on Netflix. But what do you prefer while you're searching for Serbia? Netflix or Hulu?
Netflix has fucking garbage shows and terrible originals. You remember 13 Reasons Why?
Yes.
They made 4 seasons. How many reasons why are there?
Well,
the second season, I understand.
we saw the first season together. I liked it.
It was a good show. It's a good show. Very gruesome. I didn't like a few scenes.
Yeah, well, that's
they're hard to watch, and that's why they did it.
Here's the thing, and then season 2 killed it for me because they toned it down, right? Like, I get it. There's a trigger warning, but like, yo, I'm paying for this shit. Like, nobody complains about The Wire on HBO for being too real. People want the grittiness of it, you know?
That's a heat map of Siberia right now. The Arctic Circle is literally on fire.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Land that should be all ice is literally on fucking fire, and no one's talking about it.
I told you last time, right? With the video I saw, Okay, so basically the whole idea of like planets being on different years because it spins around the sun at different times.
Yeah, our
The axis shifts. So basically the polar ice caps are on the north right now.
Yes.
They're going to go to the south because there
is a big heat wave, I guess, somewhere. We don't feel it because our Mediterranean
we're
weather.
Super in the middle.
Yeah, Mediterranean weather system. Hi, dog.
Doosh. So we're super fortunate to live where we live, but at the same time,
Greece, Australia, kinda.
All I'm saying is, maybe it goes back to normal, and that's why ice ages get triggered,
Well,
and it
point
goes back
is
and forth.
that
The reason wind blows is because it goes from high pressure to low pressure, right? It's
osmosis.
It's always yin and yang. It's always going to be one way to the other. It's always going to be hot to cold, cold to hot, high pressure, low pressure, hot pressure.
Hot air rises.
It's just the balance.
Yeah, but this is eventually going to kill us. We won't survive it.
Really?
100%. I mean, granted, ideally, we won't be alive for when the axes do flip. Because, that'll be a completely
100,000 years.
Catastrophic event.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be fucking around for that.
No, I mean, definitely would suck.
I feel like shit, like 2012 was a terrible movie. And I feel like...
You feel like the Mayans were right with the map? The miscalculation?
They said June 21st was going to be the end of the fucking world. Because when we switched over from the Gregorian calendar, we lost 8 years in translation. It's really 2012. Go fuck yourself. That shit's stupid.
Damn. Go off. How do you feel about fucking people who are
hate
astrology?
Hate them. That's stupid. Sorry, people who I know who are into astrology. Why do you let stars rule your life? You're dumb.
It does have to do with gravity and the atmosphere and universe at this point.
The moon is the only thing that affects us.
Why do you
gravity.
let natural disaster rule your life? It's dumb.
Okay.
Just move, dog.
Yeah, your house got burnt down in a forest fire. Just move,
Just
dog.
move, dog.
Get that insurance money.
Yeah, dude.
Do you have Yellowstone geyser insurance?
I got Yeezys, bro.
Okay.
I'll walk my ass to another fucking house.
When the fucking
buy that motherfucker in cash. Fall out.
When Old Faithful erupts, everyone's fucked.
Old Faithful, the water geyser in Yellowstone?
There's a super volcano underneath it. That's why it goes off every minute. Or hour. Or every hour. However long Old Faithful goes for.
Pompeii 2020.
Yellowstone is literally a super volcano waiting to happen. Everyone says we're waiting for the next big earthquake, right? And like, when's it going to happen? That's going to destroy California.
Maybe it's the next big super volcano.
Well, that's not going to happen for probably another like couple hundred years.
Mm-hmm.
But like everyone's thinking like the next big earthquake. I wanted to say
earthquake. I felt that. I was vibing. I was like, earthquake.
I wanted to say earthcano.
Earthcano? That sounds dope, actually.
That
sounds like a chocolate ice cream bar.
Combine an earthquake with a volcano, you get an earthcano. That shit will kill people.
Dude, that's a dessert topping that will be a heart attack on a plate for sure. It's got ice cream, chocolate chunks, and
chocolate chunks,
chocolate chunks, and some fucking hot chocolate drizzle. What's it called?
Fucking fudge.
Yeah, fudge drizzle.
The point is the world is going to end in fire. I think fire is going to destroy the world. If I may,
sure. I've heard you say time and again, fire cleanses all. Scorched earth policy.
Yes, it does. 100%. And it's going to destroy literally everything.
So you're cool with it?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
If scorched earth was a 2020 candidate, you'd be like, you got my vote.
Yeah, it's also a military policy.
Yeah, this is fucking...
Do you know what Do you know what the scorched earth policy is? Do you know what it means?
Burn it all down and build it back up.
No. That's not actually.
Oh, napalm.
No.
Oh.
Scorched earth policy is so when you're in your enemy's territory, you burn everything, all their resources, buildings, whatever. So they have a disadvantage. They can't get that shit back. So you have the advantage because you have more stuff than them. That's the scorched earth policy. It's a wartime tactic.
How the turntables.
Yes.
My skin is so hot right now. It's the worst. Ah!
It feels warm.
I know.
I use the back of my hand. That's not even the cold part.
I know. If you use the front of your hand, you burn your hand. That's fine. This is the hot part. It's warm. Wow. Okay, go ahead and feel this and then feel that.
Yeah. You're literally burning.
Oh my god.
Sunburns are weird.
I hate being white.
Are you saying black people can't get sunburnt?
No. I'm saying I hate being white.
Hot take. Do you know how, like, you can't, like, people say you can't digest corn? And that's, like,
I mean,
a thing?
yeah.
Like, that's why it's always in your poo-poo?
In the poo-poo.
I had corn yesterday for lunch.
Quarantine.
I had half of a corn cob because we did a clam bake yesterday for lunch dinner. And we steamed some corn cobs, and you know, literally every single time I've eaten corn, whether it be out of a can, on a cob, whatever, I've never seen it in the toilet. And I pooped 2 times today. And I always look because I'm self-aware like that, and I'm like, corn, you're not supposed to digest corn, but it never comes out.
I feel like if you do take a shit one day and there's corn in your poop, you'd sit down and talk to it. Be like, corn, what are you doing here, man? After all these years, you finally decided to show up. I've been looking for you.
I just wonder, like, if they say close enough.
Super close.
If they say you can't digest corn, but no corn comes out,
mm-hmm.
Where does it go? Do I just have a pile of corn kernels in my stomach?
It's probably going...
Is that why I'm fat? It's just corn?
You're all cornmeal, dog.
Whack.
I don't know. That's a great question. Go to a doctor. I would love to see the face of the doctor when you say, I can digest corn. And he'd be like, no, you don't. And you're like, oh, yeah? Well, I ate a bunch of corn. Here's a great experiment for you to try. Eat nothing but corn for 2 days. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, eat corn.
I feel like if I only have
you'll
corn,
shit out a whole cob, bro. You'll shit out a whole live cob of corn.
they'll just a cob.
Either that or you'll shotgun it. Boom. A little bird shot going into the toilet. Oh my God.
There would be like no waste.
Yeah, man.
It would just be corn.
It's 100% efficient.
I think I would.
Is it a sustainable fort? Corn, squash, and beans, bro. That's what the Indians lived on. Dude, could you imagine? Okay, imagine being like Indian and being like, I eat my corn, squash, and beans every day, and then like, I see corn in my shit.
Oh, new corn.
New corn.
Wash it, eat it.
Yeah.
I feel like if you ate exclusively corn as your diet, you wouldn't gain any nutrition from it. Because if it doesn't process, then what's the point?
Tastes good. I like corn with butter.
My mother mentioned me in her story right now. Oh, it's from the clam bake.
Get the fuck out of my house, Josh. I'm sick of your shit. At the desk.
I didn't see you hit the desk at all. I just saw an air ball.
Well, then it went in.
Nope, it did not go in. It bounced on the carpet in front.
All right. Do we have any other points?
I have one more thing.
Okay, bring it on.
And it's what we were talking about earlier, but do you know
the Muffin Man?
No.
Who lives on Drury Lane?
No. Do you know if your family line is sensitive to any diseases? Like
I got a story to tell you off camera, bro.
Like cancers or whatnot?
I think the only thing my immediate family is concerned about is alcoholism. Go figure.
Well, that's not really a disease.
Some family members believe alcoholism is a disease.
It's a mental illness.
Some believe that too.
Okay.
But
fair enough.
It's valid.
I'm referring to more like a terminal illness.
To Mormons. Terminal illness. Skin cancer. I don't know if that's terminal.
It can't kill you.
Yeah. Is that what terminal means?
Terminal means you will not live. You will not survive it.
Skin cancer. As I'm sitting here with a fucking sunburn.
Yeah, make sure you don't get melanoma.
Basically,
Maybe someone who's really big on that.
Really?
Yeah.
Basically...
New being keyword.
Gotcha. Basically, I guess when my mom was young, she used to, like, bathe herself in, like, baking oil to get a tan.
What the fuck?
And it fucked up her skin, and she got skin cancer, and my dad had skin cancer. My grandpa had skin cancer. I think my grandpa also had leukemia at one point, but he kicked it.
Good for him.
So my family can fuck cancer up, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't give a fuck about you, cancer. Come after us, bro.
The Barden genes will fuck
We
you
will
up.
fuck you up. Skin cancer, leukemia cancer, whatever you want to throw our way, dog. We're ready for it. We're going to beat you. We're 4-0, bitch. Let's go.
The reason I ask is because I
I really hope I don't get cancer.
I have a very hot take. I think that if your family is prone to any sort of terminal illness or life-threatening disease, that you should not have kids.
Even skin cancer like my family?
Even skin cancer.
Really? Why? Because
Really?
we're white. And it's in the family because they baked their oil, like I said, in cooking oil because they wanted to achieve a tan. That's like smoking meth and getting meth mouth, or just something, I guess, terminal from that.
I would say that if it's repeated history in your family, there's a very high chance that you will get it too, no matter what you do, and that you should not have kids to pass that on to someone else.
How do you feel about Judaism?
Are you saying I should be a Jew? Convert?
Do you feel like that should be passed on to someone else?
Being Jewish? I don't think religion should be passed on at all.
Oof. Oof, load large.
It should be a choice.
Okay, sure. But I'm saying, like, people choose their religion like they can choose to have kids.
Sure.
So, my parents...
Being religious won't kill you.
Apparently, leukemia and skin cancer wouldn't kill me either.
It can't. It has a very
based on my family history.
Very high chance to kill.
You gotta account for the families that have beaten it. Wouldn't you want the families that do beat cancer to
Cancer
produce?
never really goes away.
Well, it's also a mutation, right? So
It's
it never really exists everywhere consistently.
Cancer is passed down through broken genes. Everyone gets cancer every 7 minutes, and then
And then your immune system goes, "Hey,
your genes
knock it off,
break it off." Everyone gets cancer. Everyone has it. Your broken genes determine whether it continues growing or not. If your genes are broken, you should not reproduce, so those don't get passed on. You're not going to get melanoma. You're okay. This goes back to when I said that eugenics is bad and good at the same time. Way back when. I think that was in episode 5 or 6.
4 episodes ago.
Population control. This is episode 13. 7 to 8 episodes ago.
7.5 episodes ago.
Because, sure, you get like the whole superiority complex, but like, why, as the human race, the penultimate species in the universe,
what are we second to?
we are the best.
Penultimate means second best.
We are the ultimate species in the universe. I thought that meant the best.
No, it does not.
I thought it meant the pinnacle.
No, the pinnacle means the fucking pinnacle. Penultimate means the second best.
I'm gonna look that up later. But
Look it up right now, motherfucker.
If we are the ultimate species in the universe, why would we settle to pass on things that would literally kill us? Literally kill us. Why would we continue to pass that on? Cancer could theoretically be eradicated through selective breeding.
Theoretically?
Yes, theoretically, because people would have to adopt it.
People can't even theoretically understand physics or logic when we break it down in a podcast.
Yeah, because people are
My
fucking
skin hurts
stupid.
so bad.
Because people have too many goddamn opinions. The coronavirus is a perfect example of that.
Go off.
So, literally everywhere else in the world is almost fully healed from coronavirus based on statistics. everyone only has like a few hundred cases left.
But not America.
We have like multiple thousands, tens of thousands of cases.
It's like we're full of just rednecks.
Because nobody wants to wear a goddamn mask because it's a political choice. And nowhere else in the world functions like us.
Even the store we went to, we bought the beers from a unmasked lady, possibly a bearded lady.
Granted, she was behind a giant wall of plastic, and the other people in the store with us were wearing masks.
I'm just saying.
Besides the point, it's come down to like in California, you need to wear a mask when you leave the house. I guess except for when you're doing physical activity, that's fucking stupid. But when you leave the house, you need a mask.
You need oxygen.
That's a new law they made a few weeks ago. And
we live in a society. Full stop.
Well, this is a society, yes. Very good, Alec.
We live in a society where people can sell snake oil for money.
And crystals. What the fuck is with crystals?
Let's talk about that though for a second. Like, if we live in a society where you can sell snake oil and crystals, and people buy them, and that's how people make their living.
That's fucking healing remedies from like the 1700s.
They didn't have crystals back then.
Fucking, what's that movie?
They just
Million
prescribed
Days,
opium to everyone.
Million Ways to Die in the West?
Yeah, they prescribed opium.
And fucking
also,
snake oils
I
and
wouldn't
crystals.
say million ways to, is it? I think it's 1,000 ways to die in the West, but...
I think it's million.
Alright. I'm just saying, I wouldn't also cite that as a reliable source.
It's not a reliable
Google
source.
penultimate. And as I talk about A Million Ways to Die in the West, Seth MacFarlane,
genius.
I love you, and I think you're an amazing singer. I think you're a talented boy, and
second last.
Second to last.
Second last. The last but one in a series of things. So yeah, second.
Second place.
Yeah.
So penultimate is second best.
I think we are penultimate.
Not a huge fan of your Orville TV show.
Kira Santoro's in that. She's beautiful.
Kira Santora is always beautiful.
You know who that is?
It's Kira Santora, dog. She looks like this.
There's gonna be no picture.
I know.
Every time you point to something, there's not gonna be a picture. You just point to the banner.
I know where Serbia is. Serbia's right here.
Serbia's
I know
on
who
fire.
Kira Santora. What's her name?
I'm not gonna tell you because you're a fake fan.
Kira Santorum is right here. That's what she looks like. My editor's just trying to make me look bad.
Oh, okay. Just trim the audio and I'll get back to you.
Fair enough. So are we on my list now?
What do you got? We had a whole week off. What did you come up with?
Okay, so
what's bothering you?
Tell me if we talked about this in the last podcast because I'm almost certain we did. The song by the Black Eyed Peas, "Let's Get Started in Here."
I don't think we talked about it, but I feel like we did talk about it.
I feel like we talked about it too, but what I wanted to talk about was the song originally is "Let's Get Retarded in Here," and it's been censored. Yeah, we talked about it after seeing that YouTube video, the Dosa Buckley video.
So we didn't talk about it on this podcast,
yeah, but we did talk about it.
Yeah,
I thought about that because I heard it on the radio, and I thought to myself, I was like, yo, like, I almost prefer the version of "Let's Get It Started in Here," and I was curious, do you believe that there's an effect that the first thing you interact with you think is the best?
100%. Like, that's a whole... I mean, I might be reaching, but like that's also why racism exists.
Go on.
Because you're exposed to a certain thing forever, and then as soon as you get like outside exposure, you're like, I don't like it. It's like
it's
kids.
Different.
Kids as picky eaters is a great example too. Like, I only want chicken nuggets and mac and cheese.
No pickles on my Happy Meal.
And then you grow up and all you eat is fucking cheese pizza, chicken nuggets, and macaroni and cheese, and you're fucking 27 years old. Like, no one's gonna want to take you out or do anything with you because
no sushi for you.
You're so fucking picky. It's like there shouldn't be such thing as a picky eater. You're just a shitty kid.
Got it. So, to clarify, I like the song "Let's Get It Started in Here" because when I heard the version "Let's Get Retarded," it felt off. It felt like a remix because it was so ingrained. They played it every 5K run in elementary school all the way through high school. It was the first song on every playlist ever.
Because it's something you're not used to hear it in a different.
It's something I'm so
in a different way.
Unused to hearing that when I heard it, my body just goes, ugh, reject. It's like hearing a cover song. Like, unless it's a really good cover song, you're not gonna be a huge fan.
Yep.
But like, I have the same issue too. My sister bought me a Jack's Mannequin album when I was like 12.
Who?
Jenna.
Who?
Jack's
Not your
Mannequin.
sister. There we go. That's the one.
He's like a piano rock kind of guy.
Oh, whack. You would like that.
I do. Anyway, she got me that album and she told my dad and was like, hey, it has the F word in it. And he's like, make sure you get the clean version. So she got me the clean version and it only says the F word twice on the whole album. And I heard the whole album as a kid growing up, the clean version, right? And then I heard it several times later as the explicit version where he says the F word. And one, I knew he was saying the F word, but he doesn't say the F word the way I thought he said the F word.
Fuck!
Well, he sings it, right? He goes, fuck. Fuck, yeah, we could live like this. And I thought it goes, fuck, yeah, we could live like this. The way it was sung was different, and that's the reason I didn't like it. Because I built up this expectation thinking it'd be one thing when it was the complete opposite. So I keep noticing the first thing I'm exposed to is almost like, well, I like it.
It's because if it's the only thing you're exposed to, you have like this ultimate like idea of it, and you put it on a pedestal almost.
But how many things do you need to be exposed to before it's like? Well, here's the thing too. It's like that's the funny thing. Is like that's the original version.
Yeah, I mean, I guess for like a song, there's only possibly one version, unless you listen to numerous other covers of it.
But even I even like some covers more than originals. Take for instance, 9 Inch Nails' "Hurt." I like that, and everyone says they like the Johnny Cash cover more. I disagree. I like the 9 Inch Nails version more.
Yeah, I mean, I like almost every song on Pop Goes Punk because I don't like the original versions of the song because I like the stylistic choice of the second versions.
But you're saying you don't like the first style. Have you heard the first version?
Oh, yeah, I've heard all those songs. I don't like them because I don't like that kind of music.
Gotcha. So it probably just comes down to like...
It's all taste.
Yeah.
But I mean, like with food as like the choice of... It's your first exposed to it. And then if you don't develop other tastes to other things, like...
You gotta try other things.
Yeah, you have to try other things.
So as opposed to saying it's like the first song...
How many times have you listened to the original version of that song?
Maybe 6 times.
And you still don't like it?
Correct.
How many times have you listened to it with the censor?
Let's say 20.
Bit of an unfair advantage there, won't you say?
Yeah, but I think you're onto a key point though, because it's not like food. It's listening to a different style of music, right? To where it's like Black Eyed Peas, for example, says let's get started instead of let's get retarded. To where I understand now there is lyrical substitutions that work in the song and can be beneficial because now it's family friendly, you know.
I guess.
So that's just me saying, like, maybe if he said fuck yeah we could live like this, maybe he could have said hell yeah we could live like this, you know, or whatever it may have been. I'm not saying he should change it for the integrity of the art, but I'm saying it is weird that my first impression is what I prefer, even though it's censored. And I'm not a fan of censorship, which is why it's so weird to me.
Yeah, man, I don't know.
That was a delayed fuse.
I definitely just, I mean, I don't know a whole lot for the music example. I know a lot about for like the food or about racism for it. It still fits. Fight me on it.
No,
Not you fight
yeah.
me, but fight me on it.
Oh yeah, I'm just trying to say like I think they're different realms. So it's like I agree with like the racism and the food thing, but it's like in the food analogy, it's like different styles of music you have to listen to, not necessarily, eat the same burger.
Until you like it.
Yeah.
Eat it until you like it.
It's like try a different burger.
Yeah.
Try a burger with avocado. Try a burger with bacon.
Gross. Nice.
Sure, but you understand. Yeah, right. But you understand what I'm saying is like try a song that is explicit.
Do it different ways.
That works, and then like I heard an explicit song that's been edited appropriately, and I like that.
If you don't like it one style, do it in another.
Try things.
Innuendos.
Hey. Oh, this one's kind of dumb, but
doesn't matter. We'll talk about it.
Basically, I heard this old person complaining about.
First of all, fuck old people. Continue.
Go on. I heard this old person complaining about coronavirus and like how stuff was out of stock because of coronavirus. They were like saying like, how do you run out of this product? Like, I need this product. We're in the middle of a pandemic and this and that. And like,
ding, 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 ding. You answered your own question, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. And my first thought was like, yo, you are old enough to have survived the World War II economy, like for sure. What do you mean? How are you out of something? Like, they were out of plenty of stuff during World War II. Like, the only thing was like supply of food because people stopped prioritizing making TVs and radios to make masks.
Total war.
Yeah, it's like, how do you not understand the principle of the situation?
Entitlement.
Well, yeah, it's just someone yelling at some kid who's trying to sell someone like a Big Mac or like, because like some items on like even McDonald's are like, we're not selling like the bacon burgers or whatever because it's like it costs too much money to get bacon.
Salads were
gone
for a moment.
Salads were gone for a while. It's like we just don't have a
supply chains were just
hurt.
The
supply chain was cut because everybody needs this thing now and they have to prioritize.
That's why no one has electronics right now.
Who gets what? Yeah.
Good luck buying a Nintendo.
Seriously.
They make like 12 a month.
But I was just saying, like, isn't it sort of funny how that happens to where someone could be in a situation. I would go out on a limb and say this pandemic is not as serious as World War I or World War II.
100%.
I'm going to go ahead and say that. And I think it's obviously more avoidable than World War I and World War II. But I also think that that people who have survived that or endured that should be able to reflect on themselves and be like, yo, like, maybe I can't get a fillet of fish right now, but I guess a McChicken will, you gotta compromise somewhere. Like, how do you...
Old
You're
people
just
don't
unwavering in everything?
Old people don't know what the fucking word compromise means. It's their
That's how
way.
this country was built.
It's their way.
This country was not built on compromise.
Or the highway. Old people are the worst. Did you see the videos and or pictures of the old people defending their mansion from protesters?
The ones with the guns and the machine guns and shit?
Yeah. The dude had a fucking like M16
I've seen the
from
businesses,
Vietnam.
not the
so there was
mansions.
So I guess these protesters went through this private neighborhood. They tore down a gate to get in. And there was a sign that said private property. And they were in this neighborhood, and they're like, there's this really nice mansion, and this dude wearing a pink polo
Imagine seeing a mansion and being like, what a piece of shit mansion.
Tucked into white pants, classic like Miami Vice like look. And then this ugly ass fat wife walked out with like the dude had like, it looked like a fucking M16. It probably wasn't, but like it looked like a Vietnam M16, like
got it.
classic. And then she had like a fucking James Bond pistol.
Yeah, okay, yeah. The Karen and Ken meme right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course I've seen that. I didn't know that was from that.
No,
that's hilarious.
It's from that. It's from a private neighborhood who people broke down a gate to get into to protest. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. It's more wrong than right.
But Karen, put the guns down.
Yeah, trigger discipline was terrible. But like this short fat dude, pink polo, no buttons done, tucked into white pants.
It is kind of a Renaissance painting, isn't it?
Are you a drug dealer, sir?
Here's the
Did
thing,
you
though,
sell
like,
drugs?
I almost love that is the outcome of the pandemic because, like, that's gold. That's art. That's going to be in textbooks one day.
Yeah, a lot of this shit's going to be in textbooks. Fuck those kids that have to take this history test on 2020. Everyone's saying that. Sorry, there's going to be a new topic every fucking week.
Seriously.
There's a lot going on right now, kids. We'll be your study guide. Just listen to us. We'll help you out.
If podcasts are still cool in the future.
If you come across this
which
video
I'm already going to tell you they're not.
on YouTube in 57 years.
Yeah, dude. They're not going to give a fuck about podcasts. They're going to have fucking wristwatches that Google porn and jerk them off automatically. They're going to have a button they're going to push. Boop, come. It just releases dopamine and like all the pleasure sensing chemicals in their brain.
With no ejaculation.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty smart. Someone should
I was going to say, dude, I think we just invented something. That's awesome.
No mess. No mess.
No cleanup later. Although there would be a biological effect of that if men stopped coming altogether.
Well, you don't need men to survive at all.
True.
You would just have a race of women and then nothing would get decided. Air horn sounds.
But you'd still hate to depend on one thing.
I mean, sure. Because at that point, it's basically asexual reproduction.
That's what I'm saying. And then what if people stopped getting interested in school to learn how to do that?
There's always
there goes your society.
There's always going to be Asian somewhere. Sorry.
Goddamn.
I am tolerant. Don't cancel me, please.
I'm not saying we should cancel you. I'm saying I can't laugh right now because one of us needs to be the voice of reason. Anytime I say a racist joke, you're supposed to say, hey man, that's wrong. Anytime you say a racist joke, I'm going to be like...
I do hate cancel culture, though.
Same.
Like, the voice actor for Cleveland Brown is a white man.
Mm-hmm.
And he's no longer voicing Cleveland Brown.
He's getting death threats, bro.
Which, like...
Death threats.
I think is a little bit ridiculous. Granted, it's Cleveland Brown's voice. It's a very iconic voice. Everyone knows it. People like replicate it all the time. And like it's just this dude. Sure he's a white dude playing a black man. I see nothing wrong with that. It's an animated TV show.
He's an actor.
It doesn't fucking matter. It's a voice. You're not supposed to identify like this body with a voice. It's just the dude for a voice. Voice actors aren't actors for their looks. They're actors for their voice and what they can do with it.
Wait. You're telling me people with good voices can pretend to be other people?
Yes.
Because of their voice?
Yes.
Have you seen Archer?
I have seen Archer.
Have you seen Archer's voice actor?
No.
Doesn't look like Archer.
Yeah. Isn't that the dude from Arby's? Yeah, it is the dude
from Arby's. It's the chunky boy from Arby's.
Yeah, the man with the white beard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Great voice, though. I love you, John H. something.
Arby's man.
He has the meats.
He has the meats. So, I mean, cancel culture is fucking stupid because people dig up shit that happened fucking tens of years ago. People canceled Jenna Marbles when she's one of the most real YouTubers left from the 06 era.
Drown your dogs.
Because...
Jack's gang fam.
Because she said ableist comments back in the day, which who doesn't like to make fun of disabled people here and there? What was the thing
you said earlier? It was how the fuck you cancel Jenna Marbles but let Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star live on the Bro, is that not the most accurate thing ever?
People got Shane Dawson though. He was the next target.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But Jeffree Star's still out there.
But he was the next target because General Marbles was the first target.
Yeah.
I saw a video of him pretending to jerk off to a picture of a kid on a billboard.
Not nice.
I mean,
That's weird.
Comedic license granted.
Yeah.
Probably not cool though.
I never liked Shane's content.
I like the conspiracy shit.
I've never seen
I won't
him.
lie. I like his conspiracy shit.
Never seen him. Not gonna watch him. I mean, YouTubers back in 2006. YouTube just came out. Smosh, RWJ, Ray William Johnson.
Wooby.
that didn't happen until way later.
I heard that in your chest.
Ray William Johnson, fucking, and early PewDiePie.
PewDiePie.
YouTube in its glory days. Now
Those are the creators that made it blow up.
Yeah, 100%.
Especially Smosh. I know Smosh was really big.
Smosh was the best thing ever. Epic, not the Epic.
Epic Mealtime?
I fucking hate Epic Mealtime.
Really?
Yeah. It was one of those things I didn't like going in.
Pourquoi?
Okay, Harley as a person.
Quinn?
No, the dude. His name is Harley. The guy with the beard. The main dude.
They named that big ass boy Harley?
His name is Harley.
Like Davidson?
Like the motorcycle. I'm sure.
Motorcycle impression.
I'm sure as a person, he's all right. As like an actor, I'm not a fan of. He was in VGHS as the principal.
The principal, yeah, I saw that.
I hated him.
It was not good. It was like a low acting budget.
I don't like him as a
Great graphic budget
as a
though.
character. Yeah,
Here's the weird Freddie Wong.
Freddie Wong and his
Amazing.
visuals, great.
Here's the thing, bro. You have a bunch of like visual artists running something, right? So it's like that's why it takes a village to make a movie. Because it's like
you only have one thing, and
because you only specialize in one thing, but like no one's there to be like, hey, this is bad acting.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you need like diversity on any set. If you have a bunch of effects animators, then we're like, these are great effects. What about the actors? Those are great actors, but realistically, they're a little short in the talent search department. Like hire, I don't know, a consultant at most.
Yeah, but yeah, I didn't like Epic Mealtime. It was just I didn't like Harley, and it's just a lot of bacon. I didn't like bacon at that time either.
You like bacon now?
I like bacon now. I don't mind it.
I
wouldn't eat it in excess like that though.
Yeah.
There's always that one dude, just muscles and glasses. Is that?
I only know Harley Davidson.
There was that just the Jack dude. He always wore sunglasses. He kind of looked like Dietrich. You know who Dietrich is?
I love Dietrich. Yo, I haven't heard that name in forever.
That dancer.
Yeah. I'm still subscribed. I haven't seen his shit in a long time. He doesn't post a lot.
Who's that? The one guy.
You mean like this?
That black guy. Tall black guy.
Daystorm?
Yeah, that guy.
I love him. I love him too. He was why I got on YouTube. His fucking 100 movie titles in a 5-minute rap. You haven't seen that out, check that shit out, man. That's fucking talent.
There was that Russian guy, FPS Russia, who wasn't actually Russian.
Russia. Yeah.
And he shot all these guns. He wasn't Russian. He was just some fucking white dude with an accent.
Fake accent.
Fake accent, yeah. And he fooled all these people for so many years. Cancel FPS Russia.
Cancel everybody. Scorched earth.
Scorched earth policy.
Burn down the YouTube.
Sorry, YouTube.
You're going down. You're the next target. That's another thing, too. Like, think of it like this. I hate being the guy who always brings up Socrates, but suck my cock. The Socratic method states if you attack the roots, the tree falls, right? So everything, all the creators that you don't like on YouTube, if you want them off of YouTube,
go for the company.
Attack YouTube, not the creators. Because without the platform, there are no creators. Fucking dumbasses.
Yeah, people are stupid. But, you know, make do with what you got. Get rid of the creators one by one.
The cards you're dealt, man. You got to play them or fold them.
Bully them off the platform.
So
number 3.
Yeah, I guess we can go on to the next thing I got written down.
Very abrupt. We're not very smooth in this segment. It is a Monday show, so
it's a Monday show, so it sucks. Also, we've been gone for a week.
So we got to get
Granted,
back into
I've been drunk
this.
all week, so I'm not new to that.
Can't relate. I did make margaritas for the concert, and I still have them in a hydro
Yeah,
flask.
were they super strict on security?
They said every car was subject to a search.
No one got searched.
Actually, every car got searched, but what they did was you ever drive to Mexico?
You got any fruit flies?
And come back. You
got any fruit flies?
They had those mirrors on sticks, and they searched underneath the car. To every car.
Fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, if someone gets out of the car and starts reaching underneath it to grab a bag of heroin, arrest them.
Yeah, it was fucking stupid,
idiots.
but that was their version of searching every car, and they had all the windows rolled down. So I'm sure if they smelt something, they were search this person and in depth.
Yeah, just take edibles. Anyway,
people aren't smart.
I believe my next point is about Naruto. Anyway.
Yeah.
So basically, I have a mask from Josh. He got me a mask.
I bought it in March. It just now got here.
It's on back order. Whatever. Basically, he got me. Oh, he got me this mask. It's a Naruto mask, and I wear it. And for the longest time, I was nervous. I remember last Halloween we dressed up as Naruto and Sasuke.
It's one of my Tinder pics.
And really?
Yeah.
Gang shit.
It's my third one.
That's why you get so many more matches than I do.
I don't get shit right now.
Anyway, what happened was I've always had a real anxiety of dressing up for Halloween. And then I dressed up as Naruto, something dorky and weebish with one of my best friends, and we got a bunch of compliments. I don't think there's one nasty thing said to us.
Nope.
And my entire life, I just didn't participate because I thought nasty things would get said to me, and I'd get bullied. But I wasn't. And in fact, it started to have the opposite effect. And I guess I just wanted to say about this and then get your take on it is if you like something, embrace it. And if there is some... Hold on, shut the fuck up, Josh.
I know.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm waiting.
Shut the fuck up.
Go.
I love you. If you like something, embrace it. And if they sell products, support them. And basically, wearing that has not brought bullies my way. It sounds so weird to say it at 25.
I'm being bullied.
I'm being bullied, but no one was a dick about it, basically. Everyone was like, hey, I watch Naruto, or hey, I know of Naruto, and you can pull it off, or this is a good costume, or whatever, So it didn't bring negativity. It brought more people to the discussion of you like Naruto, I can talk about this with you. Oh, you like Call of Duty, I could talk about this with you. Oh, you like this or you like that, I could talk about this with you. Don't be afraid to really just be like, yeah, I like this, I like that. And there's a second point. Yeah, it just attracts people who are like-minded. So it could actually bring friends as opposed to bullies.
Theoretically speaking, going back to the very second thing I said, would you tell your younger self that don't be afraid to like what you like and be proud of it? Don't be afraid to wear what you like.
As I said, I am playing the cards I am dealt, and I'm telling... If Emilio is watching this, man...
Lil bro. Junior.
Lil bro. If he's watching this, I hope he listens to that. Because I'm trying to pass down what I know. I don't know a lot, but I know that. And if anything I could pass down makes his life better, makes him be a better person that I could have been, then he should have that.
Also, Naruto's been around for 20 years, so I hope people fucking at least have heard about it.
And if they don't, who cares? But the point being is,
it's only one of the most popular and successful animes in the world.
Ever. Which, like I said, we got a ton of compliments.
Yeah. Well, mainly you. No one knew who Sasuke was. Whack.
I think it's just I was orange.
Well, it was like,
stand
that's
out.
not. I got one person who recognized who I was.
I remember getting two. I remember you getting two.
I remember one. I'll take two. But I remember at least one person saying, "You're Sasuke," before, like, he's Naruto. They said that first.
Mm-hmm. It's not about that, though.
It's not. I'm just...
I'm saying, like... Yeah. If I could go back, I suppose that could be one of the things. The thing I'm really, honestly... telling myself is, like, just brush your teeth and shower. Like, just take care of yourself.
Don't be dirty.
Yeah, like, just shit like that. Like, middle school, high school, like, fucking brush your teeth, dog.
Are your teeth straight?
Yeah, my teeth are really... I have one crooked tooth, that's it.
Lucky.
I know. And I don't need glasses.
Luckier.
I know. I'm super fortunate. Saved my dad a lot of money. He's happy about that.
Steven.
Basically, I think I'd rather be that, and that's the thing too. Like, I can grow into something else. Like, I don't have to devolve back into a child to learn something and live my life. I can grow into a wise old man, and I'd almost prefer that, because the few kids I feel listen to my knowledge, like, maybe they grow up and become something great, and it's like maybe one or two things I said, if there's anything I said that impacted their life, the same way, you know, I still watch Philip DeFranco on YouTube because when I was in high school, he gave me an alternate opinion on stuff.
I saw a clip of his on Twitter or something or somewhere, and I went to go look him up on YouTube, and his channel hasn't put out a new video. Like, he deleted all of his videos off of his channel.
There was something like that at one point.
Where is all of his content?
I mean, I still watch him. But
on the Philly D channel, there's nothing. Where is it all?
It's either moved to Rogue Rocket or something else.
Yeah,
he's moved it around with his business because his business is not...
I know he had SourceFed.
Yeah, it's not dependent on YouTube anymore. It's all through, like, patrons on Patreon. So I think he does have a different YouTube channel from whenever, but yeah, I followed him.
Cause I was gonna look at
as best I could.
I was gonna look at his channel, and I got type in Philly D, and there's one video saying, "Thanks, guys, moving everything." He didn't even say I'm moving everything. It was a thanks. This is the end of this.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds about right, though, because basically he, during the adpocalypse or whatever, he got hit real hard, and he had to invest a ton of his own money into, like, a new studio, and in, like, Patreon, and Patreon pays for everything for him now. So everything he does is, like, Patreon funded. I'm pretty sure, because he talks about, like,
funded by the people, for the people.
He talks about, like the riots and, like, COVID right now, and, like, those immediately get demonetized on YouTube.
Yeah, he does news.
Yeah, so he depends 100% on people being like, "Yo, here's $5 a month. Tell me what's going on in the world." You know, but yeah, I've managed to follow him, and like, I don't know, man. It's just one of those things. I lost my what the fuck train of thought.
Nice. What else you got?
Oh, I want shrimp for food. Can we make that happen at some point?
I have some leftover shrimp from our clam bake, but I love you, parents. The clam bake was kind of underrated. The seasoning was whack.
Damn.
I definitely would have done a lot of stuff different, but, you know, I wasn't cooking that day.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel was.
I'm so sunburned.
And Daniel's a good cook. Don't get me wrong.
Your mom's a great cook too.
My parents can
Shouts out to you.
My parents can fucking cook. But honestly, I think I can cook better than my parents.
Damn.
They just haven't...
Special guest on the podcast, cook-off.
They just haven't had me cook dinner yet. But
you hear that? Force his ass to make dinner.
I think I could have done the clam bake a little bit different. We didn't even have fucking clams.
Force his ass to make dinner.
Seafood bake. I think I would have done that differently and better. But, you know, it's not for me to say that the food was bland and tasted like ramen.
The food is bland and tastes like ramen, but it's not for me to say.
Okay, You ever eat a cup of noodles, right? And
Never.
You never had a
Yes,
cup?
I'm super
So
poor.
you eat all the ramen, right?
Or
out
put
of it.
egg in it. Put an egg in your ramen. I know I've said this
Well,
last time.
the
I'm
cup,
stand
the
by
cup,
it.
cup, cup.
Fuck cup of noodles by the package.
You ever had a cup of noodles, though?
Yes, I have.
Get rid of all the noodles and you drink the soup?
The fuck is wrong with you?
You don't drink the soup?
No!
Oh. Why don't you drink the soup?
You get rid of all the noodles and then drink the soup?
No, you eat the noodles. That's what I meant by get rid of.
That is not what you... Not what it came across as, boy.
This is get rid of all the noodles.
I saw this like a dumping out.
Get rid of all the noodles.
Yeet!
Yes, I eat cup of noodles only for the soup portion.
I just like the chicken broth and the salt mixture.
It's not even chicken broth.
I know, it's like
So
the salt and
so when
chicken.
you get to the end of the cup of noodles, right? You know, like that gritty, the flavor packet.
Yeah. It's still stuck in my throat just there.
That's what the fucking seasoning on their seafood tasted like. That exact grit and just fucking...
It means it wasn't mixed well enough.
The
or
same
something.
flavor. No, it was the seasoning itself. On it. It tasted like chalk. I wasn't a fan, but I mean, I still ate it because I'm thankful and grateful for the opportunity to eat 2 lobster tails.
Please invite me next year. But step up your game, I guess.
Don't be at your fucking parents' house.
What was the point there?
I can cook. You said you wanted shrimp, and then I said I have some
Yeah,
leftover
let's make
shrimp.
some shrimp. I just know I want shrimp. Let's base the meal off that today. My next point is
Vanity mirror.
vanity mirror. Thank you
What
for
about 'em?
fucking spoiling that.
What about them?
Do you know what vanity means?
Yeah, it's based off vain, and it's like you're all about yourself. Basically, your vanity is what you look at to look and make sure you look great. It's all about you.
Yep. So basically, when I was driving up with Eric, his Jeep has like these pull-down mirrors with adjustable lights.
As most cars do.
And he goes, "That's a nice vanity mirror, huh?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "How fucking great is it that I call it vanity mirror?" And he's like, "It's pretty great." And I was like, what I said to you, I was like, "Do you know what that means?" He's like, "Yeah, it's fucking ironic, right?"
No.
When you think about it, I think an artist, like a craftsman, made the vanity mirror.
They make good tools.
Yep. Anyway, I was like, yo, how crazy is it that they name something that you look at yourself in vanity? Because it's like, it's literally just being like, hey, be self-absorbed in yourself and like look at yourself and all that. And this is what we're gonna call it. They knew it was for people who were, you know, a little more self-obsessed with how they look and dress and act and talk. And that I gotta pee really bad.
So do I.
I hope I gave you enough info to talk about for like a minute. I gotta go. I'm sorry. Hang on.
Well, I mean, like, the whole, like, really, technically any mirror can be a vanity mirror. Because, like, so some bathrooms, get out of here. You're going to change the focus. Get out of here. Fuck off. So, bathrooms where they have, like, the whole wall is a mirror. Where, like, first of all, where the fuck do you get those? You can't really, can you buy those? The whole wall mirrors? They're huge. Go from countertop to ceiling. Anyways, like, they're still vanities. And the little makeup mirrors that have the light and the magnification are vanity mirrors too. So at what point is a mirror not a vanity mirror? Because the whole purpose of a mirror is to look at your appearance and see how you look, whether it be good or not. That's based on your opinion. So I would think that every mirror, to a degree, not even to a degree, to a point, is a vanity mirror, because you're looking at yourself. That's the whole point of it. Now, if something is mirrored, that is different, but that's like through a camera lens or a reflection, and that's not the same. But if you're using a mirror to look at another person, I wouldn't I think a vanity mirror is classified as any mirror that you can see yourself in. Welcome back.
Thanks.
So I was saying that. Did you just slap your ass as you walk past the camera?
I don't know. Did I?
I don't know. Probably didn't see it.
Oh.
I was saying that
Fuck.
if a vanity mirror exists for you to look at yourself, then every single mirror that exists is a vanity mirror.
I think vanity mirror
Riff.
is more built around the idea that it's you looking at yourself for a prolonged amount of time. So if you look at, just take what you understand, what I understand rather, as a stereotypical mirror that will be in like a dressing room for an actor or a model. It's the one with all the lights around it. That in my mind is a vanity mirror, the one that's like well lit and relatively large. I just think it's funny that they call it a vanity mirror because it's almost like someone created this with the observation in the world that people are going to be looking at this thing at themselves for a long time, absorbing their greatness, or like, you know, being like, you could do this, or like, you know, vocal warm-ups or whatever it is people do before going on stage and acting or performing. That's all I'm trying to say, is that it's a little bit funny to see how, wow, that was a fast PP. Face ID.
Yeah, man, I got a heavy
Not
flow.
activated. I guessed your password and I got it right.
Yeah, it's not much of a guess. It's actually super easy. It's only there for when I don't have to use Face ID, which is like all the time.
The last thing I have really is.
So what'd you say about vanities, though? I want to hear.
I think vanities are just the ones with the lights.
You said a prolonged amount of time.
Yeah, so like if you go to a dressing room, a stereotypical dressing room for like an actor or a singer, it's like the mirror, and then there's like the lights all around it. It's like any mirror that's well lit, so you could just look at yourself for a prolonged amount of time.
So if you pass a mirror, you
like a
wouldn't,
makeup mirror.
like if you pass a mirror, like in a store, you wouldn't look at it and look at yourself.
I look at it, but I wouldn't call it a vanity mirror.
So I mean, what does it mean to be vain?
To be self-obsessed.
What is my background and wallpaper of my phone? They won't see
Boom!
it. They can't see it.
That's fine. I love the other backgrounds. Don't say what it is.
Yeah, I changed it recently.
I love it.
Swipe to the last page. You can see it better.
Okay.
It's like when you only have one app on your last page so you can see your fucking wallpaper.
It's awesome.
Even then I don't, but you can still see it.
Right next to solitaire.
Your last point.
My last point really was just like dogs.
What about them?
The last 2 points were obviously from the drive up this weekend, but dogs who like sit on your lap.
Lap dogs.
Yeah, but like there's clearly a hierarchy of power when you sit on your master's lap between dogs, because Eric's dog, Ted, sat on his lap or my lap the entire time, and whenever he interfaced with other dogs, he would bark and bite at them. Kind of a dick, right?
So he's got small man syndrome.
He's got Napoleon Dynamite, what's it called?
Napoleon complex.
Napoleon Dynamite complex.
Not dynamite. No dynamite.
So basically it's like,
He's got small man syndrome.
it was just the idea. These were all when I was drunk. The last two anyway.
Fuck it.
It was all like, isn't it crazy like how a dog, no matter its size, will be like, this is my owner, this is my human, this is my master. I will fight and bark at and bite at anyone who comes in my way to harm him, because this is my gang. This is my gang. And like the tiniest dog there, Eric's dog, was like the one trying to start all the problems.
What kind of dog does he have?
It's a mutt.
What does it look like? Does it look like Samson? Does it look like Rolo?
Have you seen Dude Was My Car?
Yeah, a long time ago.
The dog from Dude Was My Car who smokes his own pipe.
It doesn't help me.
Well, fucking, I don't know how else to describe it.
Is he small, fluffy? How big? Like
small and scruffy.
bigger than Samson?
Bigger than Samson by
Smaller
a
than
little
Rolo?
bit. Not as small as Rolo.
Bigger than Rolo?
Bigger than Rolo, but only because he has longer legs. Rolo's got stubs.
Like Diavol?
I don't know how big Diavol actually is. I've never seen him in person.
You've seen Diavol in person?
Once when he was like a week old.
Well, he's a year old now. Happy birthday, Diavol. It was yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
Shouts out to Diavol.
So he's small and scruffy.
And he starts all the fights.
Bigger than Rolo and scruffy.
And this is me like being drunk around my family thinking about dogs and like how people are the same. Is like it's like a political party. It's like I don't care who barks at me or gets in my way. This is my toy. This is what I'm going to stand for and fight for. And it's like realistically it's like
The Murph is like chill out.
yeah, Murph is like just trying to play fetch, and you know Jesse's trying to just fit in with Murph, and you know dog number 3 over there is the one biting at everyone's heels because he's low enough.
Well, small dogs also suffer from small man syndrome.
Is that a real thing?
Well, it's not a real thing, but it's when short dudes get really pissed that they're short and get mad at
Napoleon
everyone.
Dynamite complex.
No Dynamite, just Napoleon complex.
Whatever, man. I heard it differently.
Napoleon Dynamite. Have you seen John Heater? He's fucking tall. He's tall and skinny.
It's a joke.
Napoleon's small and fat. Anyways, so small dogs also suffer from that, where they think they need to like establish dominance by pretending to be the bigger dog.
Mm-hmm.
And big dogs don't know their actual size. Big dogs think they're small
they're
dogs.
Good boys.
Big dogs don't think they're big dogs. They think they're small dogs. And small dogs think they're big dogs because they got to be tough because they're so small. That's why Chihuahuas are devils.
I'm just saying. It was a funny thing to observe.
Eric, train your dog.
He's actually really well trained.
But he's trying to start shit.
He's just a dick with other dogs. All I'm trying to say is
train him with that.
yeah, I guess. I guess all I'm trying to say is like it's funny to see how dogs react, and it's like
Primal.
the other 2 dogs were literally just like playing tug of war like dogs, you know, and it's like you don't have to bite me to like do that. Like let's just play tug of war. We can find out who's stronger playing tug of war, right? I don't have to fight you to the death, do I? Because if at any point one of the other dogs decided I'm gonna bite you in the fucking neck, Ted's dead. Like that's how confident those other. They're like, dude, let's play fucking. It's like you and me being like, let's play Call of Duty, and if you're better at Call of Duty than me, then you're better at Call of Duty than me. I don't want to shoot you in real life though, because if one of us gets shot in real life, you're fucking dead.
Unless we go airsofting.
I'm down. I'm so down.
Let's go right now.
Go right now after some shrimp dinner.
Everyone's wearing masks, so it's okay. It's essential.
Right. That was it. That's all I really got. How far are we?
We are an hour and 49. 48.
Really?
Hour 48.
Holy shit, we came back with a vengeance.
Woo! We haven't made a 2-hour long episode in fucking 6 weeks.
Yeet! Should we announce the name of our guest, or even that we have a guest?
Why the fuck would you even say that?
You could bleep it. I could bleep it out.
You're supposed to say we have something special coming for you on Thursday. And if you haven't already seen, if you didn't watch my PSA video, I like how I say all the important shit at the end. If you haven't seen the PSA
That's
video,
true.
I put out all of our episodes. I didn't even say this in the video. I said I gave a special treat. But I put out all the episodes on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. I think they're on iHeartRadio. I don't know. I'd have to check on that. It's on Google Podcasts or some shit like that. Also, if you listen to it on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, there are going to be ads at the very beginning. So if you pay for premium on Spotify, fuck you. You still got to listen to the ad. It's embedded into the podcast. Alex just going to town on the
Vibing,
microphone, feeling his facial hair. And
I wanted to bring up, we bought new microphones, motherfucker.
I'm sure they can see that.
I know, but like, I'm stoked on it.
We should have said that at the beginning. We should have said all this at the beginning.
I know.
Redo it.
We say the important things at the
Scrap
at
it
the
and
end.
redo it.
from the top. Let's go. Here, this will be the fucking sound marker. Ugh.
So sad.
Mark.
So yeah, we did get new microphones.
Microphones.
We're finally going to be standardized. We're going to have the same equipment. Our guests.
We hope we sound better. We hope we look better, and we're gonna bleep out all the G words, all the fuck words. Fuck.
Look.
All the other words.
Please tune in on Thursday. It's going to be a very special episode.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't already, we have hours of content out on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube, of course, with our visually faces.
We decided to pay for it. Well, Josh pays for it.
It's $7 a month, and right now we've made 16 cents in ads.
Woo!
For all fucking 15 listeners on Spotify and Apple Music combined. Once again, if you like what you hear, please share it with a friend.
If you like what you see, which, let's be honest, you don't.
No, we're ugly. But if you like what you're hearing, please share it with a friend. Specifically a friend that doesn't already know about us, because that defeats the whole purpose.
Please put our stickers on your laptops and water bottles. They are better than business cards. We need the free advertising.
If 70% of our YouTube audience is already subscribed, so if you're already subscribed, please share it.
Really?
Yes.
Hell yeah. So please share it, because then we need to just get more subscribers.
Because the other 20% isn't subscribed, and if you that 20% I don't really care about, you can subscribe if you want.
Those friends tell 2 friends, and those 2 friends tell 4 friends.
So if you are subscribed, please just fucking tell a friend if you like our content. You know, we're kind of offensive, but we
smash that fucking like button.
We also offer very true opinions that you won't hear anywhere else. We're not like the news stations or politicians where we dance around questions. We're not afraid to tell you how we feel. Case in point. You know, so we're actually fucking very recently, I did this today. You remember Jose, our little friend
from Texas,
Janine05? I actually unfollowed him on Instagram.
Why?
Today because I said he's super red in the podcast, like early on. He's super conservative, and like he just posts like super. It's not ignorant, because it's like
ignorant.
It's his political view, and we're all entitled to that. We all have our political views, but like, it was borderline just arguing facts. Like, he was arguing against facts, and I was like, I'd rather just not.
Got it. So it wasn't like
it's just annoying.
It wasn't a personal spat. It was like we just don't mix.
Yeah, I don't vibe with that.
Okay, fair enough. I'll trust you on that, because bring it up again.
I would love to see the kind of person he grew up to be, because we met him in like what
years ago,
fucking his freshman year of high school. Now he's a senior.
Isn't that crazy?
Hell yeah, Jose! Like, good for you, dude. I hope you remember me and him.
Yeah, wouldn't that be crazy?
He made you fan art.
I know, first fan art.
Like, shouts out to this kid. I just don't agree.
He's a senior in high school. I was like, fuck those guys. I don't care.
I just don't agree with you politically, man. Like, we can have a debate, dog, but like...
Yo, how crazy would it be if we get him on the podcast?
I mean, I could reach out to him.
Let's fly him out.
Well, that's a lot of money.
I'll split it with you.
That's not a lot of money, then.
I know, it's like $20 right now.
We gotta talk to his parents.
He's a grown-ass man. He just graduated high school.
He hasn't graduated yet, I don't think. No, he hasn't.
Are you 21? Shit. You smoke weed?
He is not 21.
We'll do it off camera. Hey, what's up? This is fucking 2 dudes drinking beer.
2 dudes drinking beer with a minor.
Dude, 2.5 dudes drinking beer.
It's 2.5 men. It's the same premise of the show.
Oh my god, I love it.
But I had to unfollow him. I look at my stories every day, and like
I got plenty of people.
I was just like, I can't keep looking at this.
I got plenty of people. What's surprising me? Tell me your opinion on this, internet. It surprises me how many Hispanic people support Donald Trump.
And how many of them say the N-word, too.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I don't know why this surprises me. I guess I just have my own biased opinion.
I think the ones that do, this is going to be super controversial.
Hot take.
The ones that do may or may not have papers, and they're doing it to fit in. Saying,
That sounds reasonable.
Hey, don't pour me on your side.
Assimilation.
Yes. Now, if you truly support him for his views and whatnots, go for it.
For his views and his tiny ass hands.
It doesn't matter. That's your opinion. We all have an opinion. We're very opinionated. If you've listened to all 13 episodes,
No shit, but we want to talk about our opinions.
you would know. And, I've changed. My political view has definitely changed.
People don't change, Josh. People don't change.
Yeah, I'm also very contradictory. I've said that on the podcast before. I
You're
am the
human.
I am the single most important thing, but I also think about the world as a whole. That's
Gang
a contradiction in itself.
Gang shit.
So, I mean, I am definitely leaning more towards a moderate to almost right political view now. All because of the people I follow, and I stopped watching the news, which helps a lot.
Why would you unfollow Jane, if he's right and you're becoming right?
So he likes to argue about, or he doesn't even argue. He likes to post like a lot of the things
In high school, by the way.
against like the Breonna Taylor and Elijah McCain being
Gotcha.
the big ones
Mm-hmm.
right now. He likes to post things that argue against these injustices.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
On
Okay,
on his
that's
story.
hard. Okay, yo.
So I'm like-
all right, well, yo, I don't even know what to follow up with that. Like, we should just let that be.
Yeah. So he
It took me a whole ass second to register what you were saying.
he posts
Yo, I get that. There's nothing to be
his
said
story
about
posts argue against what happens.
that. Yeah,
And I'm like, dude, like I'm sorry, like I can't.
yeah. No, I get that.
I'll support you as a little homie forever.
Mm-hmm.
Jay Nino, Jose. I watched your wrestling videos. You deleted them all. I'll forever support you. You were one of our Twitch streamers back in the day when we were playing Melee. I'll never forget you. If you ever want to reach out to me, please do so. I'll talk
Make
to
it
you.
happen, bro.
We'll both talk to you. We'll fly you out. You can sit right here between us. We'll give you a
As
mic.
special guest.
We can talk about our varying opinions. Doesn't matter. We'll even give you a beer. We'll fake your ID. Doesn't matter.
In Texas, I'm pretty sure the age of consent's 13.
In the whole Southeast.
I couldn't keep a straight face with that one.
I don't...
Obviously, that's a joke, internet.
You know what I don't understand?
Fuck! Why I keep touching myself? No.
Is that... why the South is the South. Because technically speaking, from a geographical standpoint,
Southeast.
the entire lower half of the United
bottom.
States is the South. San Diego, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas.
Southern California.
Yes. Draw a line through the middle of the United States and
Yeah.
everything below it is the South.
Mm-hmm.
Why is the South and Southern California not the South?
Because the South is two words that could represent ideals.
But from a geographical standpoint.
I'm not talking from a geographical standpoint. You're asking why it's called the South. I'm saying a marketing team got together and was like, "Yo,
Alabama,
these people racist,"
Alabama,
and everyone was like,
Louisiana,
"Yeah,
Georgia.
fuck them."
I think Kentucky's in there. Kentucky's pretty north.
North.
So yeah, it's more like the Southeast.
No, for sure. I mean, if anything, Texas is the most south. Maybe Florida.
Florida gets down there. That panhandle dips pretty deep.
Yeah, but even so,
But yeah, Jose, Janine05.
hey,
Sorry, I unfollowed
get back
you on
with the
Instagram.
transitions. We do that. I want the snapping transitions of you being outside, right about.
Those vlogs, man. Seeing you as that kid and seeing you in high school grown up is like,
He's
wow.
a big ass dude now.
He thinned out. He got super tall and thinned out.
I gotta see his pictures when we're done.
Well, I mean, I can't. His page is private. And he deletes a lot of his shit.
Damn.
Yeah. His username, I'll tell you later because I don't want anyone looking at this to go dox the kid.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
let me ask you this though. I asked this to someone else. What's it like growing up in this environment where the internet is forever? Is that why you delete your stuff on social media? And this is why it'd be great to have you as a guest, because we could get a first-hand take of kind of what you and your generation's going through and how you feel about things. And you could be the spokesperson for that. So keep that in mind if you hear this.
I'll always have a special place in my heart,
Cortisone,
in my brain for you, Jose.
my brain.
A lot of respect for you. I hope you're doing well. I just don't agree with you right now.
It is very polarized, and there's a lot to talk about.
People always change. I followed another very right conservative today on Twitter.
Why?
I liked the video he made.
Fair enough. Valid point.
Yeah. It was very statistical based commentary video. And I can't argue with statistics. You know, I'm very statistically based.
Very statistical?
Yeah, statistically based.
Statisticals?
Yeah, statisticals.
Do you think if we hit up Brian, we can go to his place and barbecue tonight?
I don't want to barbecue.
No? Does shrimp sound good to you at least?
I mean, sure, yeah.
Shrimp sounds fucking bomb to me.
Get Olive Garden again.
Shit. You might have just broke the code, bro. I think you're onto something.
Well, unless you have anything else to say.
If you can guess what movie Josh and I eat Olive Garden to tonight, I'll give you $100 giveaway.
It's assuming we watch a movie.
Voice crack.
It did.
I'm saying.
I hope you wouldn't have
No
noticed.
movie is absolutely a valid guess. I'm just saying. We usually watch something while we eat. If you can guess what it is.
And I'm setting up the TV show and our movie, and he's already fucking chowing down halfway through.
I'm always done with my food by the time the show starts.
It defeats the whole purpose.
I'm a hungry boy. Anyway.
Starts with 1. Figure it out from there.
Wow. Just lost my ass $100.
No one's gonna know that.
Anyway, basically, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. We are two dudes drinking beer with superior microphones, superior cameras, and superior opinions.
Share the podcast with at least one person. If you're watching this on YouTube, click the like button. Give me a comment. I'll respond to it. Solo post. I saw you on the PSA.
Solo.
I hope you're doing well. I hope you're actually... I don't hope you're listening to him. You can do whatever the fuck you want. I hope you're doing well. Living life. DJ Phantom RM. I saw you comment.
Shouts out to you.
Shouts out to you, always. We have one confirmed fan, and his name is initials RM. He reached out to us and said he's a full listener now. RM, thank you. I hope you listen to this well. I've had a few people down in San Diego say they listen to this podcast and they love it. Thank you for your support. I love you guys so much.
Shouts out to you guys.
Shouts
you know
out
who
to
you are.
I'm being very cryptic with my names and clues, but the people who know
because he has a lot of restraining orders.
The people who know I'm talking about them will know I'm talking about them. Send me some details about your person, and you may receive some gifts and goodies in the mail.
And if you're of age, send me nudes.
Don't do that. Don't do that ever. He'll just post them on the internet. You can't trust them.
How'd you know? Don't tell them.
Can't trust them.
Ah.
Just never send nudes in general, because they will be saved and will bite you in the ass.
All right, before we close this out, because we've been running this into the dirt. Have you ever sent nudes?
Have I? Yes.
Nice.
Do I regret it? Yes. They're awkward and gross. Male nudes are the worst. They're not tasteful at all.
It's quote unquote hard
Shut the fuck up.
to send good nudes.
No.
Anyway, I think we've beat this dead horse. Even more dead.
Bye. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. Like us on Facebook. Like us on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram. Even though we don't post shit.
Follow me on the street. I don't care.
I'm going to start posting more. I'm going to start working on that. I have free time right now. Have a good Tuesday.
Or don't. Bye.